All right, well, we're here just finishing up with a Red State event. I'm Andrew Langer. I'm here with Congressman Jeff Landry. Good to see you, sir.
Good to see you, Andrew.
So we're here talking about sugar this morning. And clearly there is something that has gotten out of whack in dealing with trade. You and I are both free traders, free market limited government guys. You were the fourth most conservative member of Congress. Yet we're here talking about what some might term protectionist interests. Or protecting corporate interests. What are your thoughts on this? What's going on with sugar?
You know, I always say that again, whether we're talking about sugar or any type of free trade has to equal fair trade. And while the United States we always want to be a leader, we have to ensure that if we're going to step out, we have to step together with our other trading partners out there. And when it comes to sugar, that's exactly the problem here. At the end of the day, if we were able to eliminate Brazil eliminate their subsidies, which as you heard here, almost $4 billion a year that is directly subsidizing their sugar industry, that American growers here could operate without any sugar policy here.
And one of the things I wasn't talking about today, and I know we'll talk about this when we do our radio interview, is the role that we're not in a zero-sum game. So there is a regulatory component that other nations don't have to follow, that small businesses and farmers and agricultural interests here have to follow. I know that's near and dear to your heart. Talk about the costs that are faced by farmers.
Absolutely. That's a great point that we probably should have brought up today. You know, at the end of the day, businesses here in the United States, there was a report that just came out, I think, in the Wall Street Journal that showed that United States business startups are at a disadvantage to a lot of other different developing and developed countries that are out there. And so again, you know, our farmers here have to abide by the same type of overburdensome regulatory environment that many small businesses have to abide by. It's something that I think look, at the end of the day, if you wanted to make the United States a lot more efficient and the economy hum at a much greater pace, all we have to do is just get the federal government off the back of all of our small businesses, regardless of where they're farmers or not.
I know some of our colleagues are going to go and talk to our friends over at the Competitive Enterprise Institute. Wayne Cruz is over there likes to say that you don't need to teach the grass how to grow, you just have to move the rocks out of the way.
That's right. You're exactly right. You just have to get out of the way. And I think that's a big problem here in the United States. For some reason, the federal government seems to think that it has to be in small businesses' pockets, on their backs, or in their business. And at the end of the day, if they just got out the way, small businesses would do what they do, which is, you know, they succeed in the marketplace, and then they pay, unfortunately, the taxes that we have to pay here.
And shifting it back to the sugar issue, I mean, and this is where it comes down to, is that we essentially have set up a situation where somebody can come in, engage in the predatory practice, and we know what's going to happen, right? So the folks who want to maintain the foreign subsidies and not make sure that we protect our interests here, they know that these guys are going to come in, flood the market, undercut our producers, drive us out of business. So what happens when they drive our sugar producers out of business?
Well, when they drive the sugar producers out of business, then they're going to be at the whim of those markets, which I think is a short-sighted plan. I think that at the end of the day, to really focus on fixing the problem, both here in the United States and globally, the players on the sugar market domestically have to come together. Both the confectioners and the producers, the farmers that are out there, have to sit at the table and say, okay, long term, what is good for the United States, and how do we ensure that our trading partners play on a level playing field? Look, no one wants to play, whether you're in business or on the agriculture side, you don't want to play on an unlevel playing field. And that's what the producers out there are asking for. Let's just play on a level playing field.
Perfect. Well, listen, thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you, Andrew.